I thought I'd come on late. Half of y'all sleep. By the time you wake up,
I'm the man from the big B. Hey, what you gonna play round my way? Listen to what I gotta say. Don't you know I am the man? Rock so here the ginger man. Have people shaking my hand. Baby girl, better known as Ali. Give me goosebumps and hot feet. Make it play haters believe. Don't you know? Gotta tell somebody.
If I let you go, you make a move. Are you responsible?
hey you guys.
Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm really good. Right now I'm not a girl. Say yes or say no. 'Cause I need somebody.
Woo! Don't you miss your Malia?
I hope you're responsible. Is it my goal? Is it your goal? Sometimes I'm really good. Right now I'm not a girl. Say yes or say no. 'Cause I need somebody. Together somebody.
Hey you guys. I'm just late night, Saturday night.
Is it my goal? Is it your goal?
Just came from my friend Judd Weiss's birthday party. Thank you, Judd, for inviting me.
'Cause I need somebody. Together somebody. You can
Hey, nigga, how you doing, baby? Info man, how you doing? Back in the day with some good hip hop. You know I love me some Aaliyah. God bless her. Hey, thank you for watching me just kind of enjoying myself just now. I just want to say shout out to you guys for continually supporting me and believing in my message of basically a solution of a conclusion that we need to have in this country, we need to have in our lives. And anyway, I got a new hairdo. I'm back to black. The red was kind of turning colors on me, and I ain't got time for the red doing weird shit, so I had to change it up. Y'all like the black? You like the black? Well informed said, yeah, she look good, baby. Thank you, honey. I'm trying to work it, as they say. What you guys doing up so late? I mean, my God, what is it, like 2 in the morning here in Cali, which is crazy, right? I got a long drive to do, but it was my friend's Judd's birthday, and I had to come say happy birthday. And I had such a good time that I didn't take any pictures, which is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. But if I'm going to say, yes, it looks nice. You like it? Like a nice black. Blends really well. Yeah, I had to get rid of that red. That red wasn't working. It wasn't working, and I was on the info show. I said, "Whoa, Jesus, who's that person? Who the hell is that bitch? I don't know who that was. Good, didn't know who that girl was. I had to put myself together. I had to go back to the lady and say, lady, you're going to have to do my hair because it did not look good to me. So I told myself, I'm going to change color. I'm going to go back to black. I go back to black for now, and then I change later. I change later again because I like to change my hair. And I like to have a different look into the camera. It throws everybody off, though. Because they say, is that Shirley? That is not Shirley. That is some other woman. We do not know who she is. We do not know who she is. Or do we know who she is? I don't know. That's one of them voices I made in kind of practice when I was a little kid. Like, you know, trying to act like I'm from somewhere else. Y'all know from the hood, from LA. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out to all y'all up late tonight. Those who have been following me and watching me. Hey, how do I say that? Ahora. Now, you know I'm going to just mess up people's names so much. But, and Info Man, he's watching. And all y'all watching. I just want to thank you again for your love and support and for us talking about solutions and being of knowledge and realizing that we're not perfect. that when we put ourselves out there, a lot of people don't want to put themselves out there. Hey, kid, hi, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I would encourage you guys to go deep within you and realize there's a light of hope and opportunity. Even in late night talks and times that you may be dark and depressed, remember that God is not giving you a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind, and that the depression that may fall upon you doesn't have to stay within you. You can always change it up, kind of like the way I did my hair. Hey, kid, how you doing? Great work. Thank you so much. You know, the great work is just basically you guys appreciating what I'm doing out there, exposing the wrongs in the community, the homelessness. I'm going to try to show another solution from a financial perspective of what's going on in the Black community and another financial perspective of what's going on in the world, how we should take advantage of a capitalist administration, because that is what is so important. I have to check out Kid's channel. Everybody's, you see your info, you checked out his channel. I'll check your channel out, Kid. I really will. You know, if you guys have channels that you go live and you want me on, just email me at shirleyhusar@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can fit it in my schedule. And I would love for you guys to join Urban Game Changers, because we're changing the game. We're going to urban communities and we're holding elected officials accountable. But I know it's late. I didn't know if any of you guys have any questions out there. You want to put a shout out to me. I was just feeling myself and just said, hi, let me just say hi to my YouTube family. I didn't think I put anything really fresh or new other than you guys understand the 3 levels of government, which is local, state, and federal, and how if we don't hold local accountable, we're going to live in a land of cuckoo. So, charisma, charming. Thank you. I think, you know, the key thing that we all have to do is have a little personality, and some kahunas to be dealing with folks in the hood. I've been on the search for Yuri, and they've been beating me up, y'all. The chat room has just been trying to eat me up. They don't know I'm from the hood like I can give a rat's ass to how they feel about me. I think that you have to be comfortable in your own skin, and you have to have your own viewpoint, and hopefully God will bless you with people with kindred spirits. That means people that have spirits that are like you. And if they're not like you, you just kind of move away. Or either they'll transform and conform to how you're thinking and how your spirit can move you forward. Okay, question Kid has. What party should Black people vote for, or should Black people sit out? We shouldn't sit out because we deserve the right to utilize the vote that we have. People died so that we can have the right to vote. And you have to realize that. You have to realize that Black people used to have to pay taxes to vote. Black people used to have to stand in long lines to vote. So your ancestors would be truly upset and rolling in the grave if you're a child of the indigenous slave tribe and you stayed out. It's not about the party. It's about the principles and the policies that are going to work in the best interest of you. Not the Black people, but you. If you're a capitalist, for me, I'm a Republican. I believe in less government. So I don't want to have more government expanded programs. What I want to do is have less government and more empowerment within the people. So I vote Republican because of that. If you're a Democrat, you might be on the governmental system. You might be on Section 8 of welfare, and you need more programs to keep you to sustain your life. Just because Republicans are in power don't mean that that's going to stop. That's part of the ecosystem and the infrastructure protected for people. So I would not be upset that a Republican's in charge. I would say to you, look for an out. Because in everything in life, we basically have to deal with pains, right? Like we're all going through some type of pain in our life. But how do we find a cure that we can fix? If it's not having work, if it's not having the right housing situation, it's only a season. It's only a season. So it's not something that whatever you're going through, you're going to have a longevity of that pain. But what you're going to do is you're going to have a temporary pain if you are looking for an out of that. So, yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. Who else? I am a registered Republican, but I don't like how the party is going. Well, you know what, kid? I think every party might go in different ways that we don't like. I personally am very happy with what Mr. Trump is doing. He's disrupting the structure of government that has been basically losing for America. Look at what happens with NATO right now. We've been giving, $760 billion towards NATO, and everybody else has been giving less than half of that share of what we give. We've been given 3 times to 4 times more than any other country. So just think of all the readjustments we're doing within the trade industry that we can put towards America. Maybe build a better infrastructure regarding mental health facilities, homelessness, and housing for American people, and dealing with immigration in a better manner. I'm from LA, and it seems firsthand what illegal immigration has done. Illegal immigration, absolutely, kid, is horrible. Question, stump down. When will black people figure out that the Democrat Party is now the party of the illegal immigrants and no longer for them? I think that black people have to realize that no party is for them. The Republicans aren't for them. The Democrats aren't for them. They need to be for themselves. They need to understand the infrastructure of law and how it works as a human being. Let's put race aside and let's think about everyday practical living. So if we look at everyday practical living, like when we're dealing with illegal immigrants, they are being basically a protective class of people under the Democrat regime. The more and more they grow, the more and more they seem to move towards socialism, which means a total government dependency, which means you, the middle class poor or middle class rich, will have to pay for everybody if we move towards a socialist system. And until people understand money and government and regime, they will still stay with that same party because they'll just say, well, my aunt's a Democrat, my cousin's a Democrat, so I'm going to be a Democrat. That's not the reason why you should be a Democrat. You need to understand the principles of law and order, and that every country, every state, every low government to high government operates under a certain protective class. The Democrats are not protecting the American citizens. They're protecting the illegal immigrants. And there's going to be backlash. There's going to be repercussion. Eventually, law and order and a National Guard will be coming out soon. Hopefully, Stump Down, that answered your question. Immigration is a bad for black people. Absolutely. Blacks should not support, stand behind, put their foot in. When I see a black person marching with them illegals, I want to snatch that nigga and grab that bitch by her weave. That's how pissed I am when I see somebody black supporting illegal immigrants. Them people don't care nothing about black people. They only care about themselves. They're colonists. They colonize, they congregate together, and they think of you as a lesser class of people, and that's not cool. That's just not cool. So black people need to wake up that we should not support illegal immigration. Shirley, I will be calling you soon to set up a live stream. All right, we'll do a live stream, baby. That'd be good. All right, Stump says, when will Maxine Waters do something for the black people? Oh, boy. When we see Maxine Waters smoke weed in real life, because the woman crazy, you're not going to see her do anything for black people. Maxine Waters is almost 80 years old. Maxine Waters is part of the regime. What does that mean? That means someone who's been in office for so long that they know how to manipulate the system to work in their best interests. Maxine Waters knows where all the dead bones are because politicians should have term limits. They've been in office for too long. She knows too much on too many people, and they're all threatened in some way by her. Now, in saying that, it takes people to vote people out. And currently in the primaries, Maxine Waters got 55,000 votes, and her competition got, I think, 18%, which is Navarro. Omar Navarro basically is her competition. He's an amazing person. He's trying to do the best he can to give her a run for her money. He's Latino, Republican American, but her district consists of 46% Latino, 26% black. But people know her from a national, of course, arena, and we know her from a state arena. Ooh, my light went off. Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of like, let me move over here. Is this working? We know that one's working, right? So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Who else is asking questions? Okay. Do you think that government will eventually move majority of undocumented immigrants out of LA? I think that you're going to have a civil war. I think the more that you see Trump in office, and especially, I don't think he's going to do anything until his second term, which means his next time of being president, because all the infrastructure will be in place. As you know, Jeff Sessions came to California and he filed a lawsuit against us regarding sanctuary cities. Many cities have said that they are not going to comply with the state in this whole movement of sanctuary state. So Marino Murreta, something like that. There's cities every day popping up, basically saying at city council meetings that they're not going to coincide with the illegal immigration movement. So the more cities come together, the more the JLD has the power to circumvent the state, and the Fed will intervene. When that happens, you're going to have a lot of chaos. You have people right now who are on the streets and who are basically, is my light? There we go. There are people right now who are on the streets who are still selling illegal goods. Sorry about that. That's a lot to show. They're out there selling on the streets. They don't have license. They don't have permits. They've got stolen grocery carts, and it's a hot freaking mess. It's a hot freaking mess in California. So Skid Row is horrible. Skid Row is a majority of black people. It's so sad. It is. 80 to 70% of the people in California, downtown LA, are black. And blacks can't help blacks, because even if they have Section 8 or vouchers, I want you guys to realize that the illegal immigrants are managing the properties, and they won't even let those people use their vouchers, which is so evil. They'll just say, we can't use you, and it's really messed up for blacks. What else? Interesting. Vote Republican or Democrat means nothing unless you donate control of your own. You do not... you dominate the control of your own candidate. Voting will get you nowhere. I disagree with that. I agree that engagement will get you everywhere. If you don't know who your local officials are, and they don't have your name in their face, and you don't have policies or you've not put some legislation before them or back a legislation, then you're failing, because you're expecting these people to work in your best interest. You pay those people through your tax dollars. You voted those people in, or the people of the majority of your community did. So there's a responsibility that you have if you want your environment better. To sit back and not be engaged means that you deserve, listen to me, you deserve the outcome of your community. But if you made a conscious decision to be cohesive and conscious and engaging in politics on a local level, to the point that you look back and say, you know what, I did my part, Lord. God, I planted my seeds. I engaged with elected officials, and I'm making waves for my community. And that's what I want to do with Urban Game Changers. And that's why I do my videos, so that people can see the pain of the community, but the opportunities that are out there. What else? Question. Black people are done in California. Well, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm going here in Texas and going back and forth, but I'm still here, and many of us are still here. Kids said, so will you be speaking anywhere? Right now we're working on some events in October. I'm not speaking anywhere right now. I'm trying to make money. I need money, and I need donations for Urban Game Changers for some of the bigger projects that we're trying to put on the table. And so I'm looking for big sponsors. So if you know any big sponsors that want to sponsor our team, it would be well appreciated. They can go to urbangamechangers.com, or you can email me. We can discuss the opportunities of doing some type of collaboration so that we can do more of these speaking events. I want to do more mom and pops. If you have a chance, go to on the same channel that you're watching and go look at The Fate of Black America. And we spoke in Washington, D.C. Shout out to Ooze and Oz, who hosted that event. And we had soul food, and we talked for almost 3 hours, and it was great. We had T. West, and we had Anthony Bryan Logan. So our next event, we're planning to do some other things. I'm hoping to do some stuff with the Advice Show and T. West again. And I love you guys. I love these shows. The Search for Yuri. There's amazing people out there. They definitely know what they're talking about. Okay, San Francisco really thinking of opening a center for illegal drugs to shoot up. You know, I'll tell you one thing. San Francisco has hypodermic needles all in the street, and they actually give people who are dependent upon drugs needles to shoot. It is the most craziest shit you've ever seen. They have squat zones in San Francisco. It's really a hot mess. So all I can tell you is pray for the Bay Area, because it's a fucking mess. Drop your donation links. Thank you, kid. Drop your donations. I'm serious, you guys. And I need a major sponsor, because we're looking at doing an event where we want to have a lot of people there. And I just don't want to do a small event. I want to do a big event before the end of the year. It's not a joke, have been done around the country with many benefits and has reduced overdoses. Yeah, I know it's not a joke when it comes to people who are shooting up heroin and drugs, and I don't understand a state that would condone that. I don't understand a state that would basically allow people to openly shoot. There was someone who actually was videotaping these people openly shooting in the BART system, which I thought was really like in the Bay Area. I thought that was crazy, but it was there. How much do you charge for a large stream, live stream? The live streams are free. I don't charge anything. If you want me on your show, I don't charge to be on your show. I do charge if people ask me to publicly speak at a major event. I do get paid for speaking, so I do that, and I do also get paid if you want to hire me for a political strategist. I do take a consulting fee for that, but to do a live stream, I don't charge for that. I'm trying to build a brand, and it's called Build a Bear. Any more questions you guys got out there? I appreciate you watching and staying up late. California is a mess. That's no doubt about it. But no matter where you live, if you're not holding elected officials accountable, if you're not finding out the pain to find the cure, then you'll find a solution. But you remember, if you wonder why politicians don't want to fix the problem, it's because there's no profit in the cure. If there's no profit in the cure, then what you're going to see is all these people continue on to procrastinate and not get the job done, but to collect a check just because they can. And that's the part that really sucks, is when you know that you have elected officials taking advantage of good people's money on a daily, yearly basis, and no solutions are resolved and nothing's being fixed or resolved in the communities. So anyway, so all you guys up, I just thought I had my little, my music on, and I was happy to have you. The price is high in California. Grocery stores charging. You know, groceries are high. Gas is high. I was getting some gas the other day. I was like, damn, it's almost like $5 a gallon again. It was like $4.47. I couldn't believe that. So it's crazy. It's crazy. You got to stand a couple of corners to live around here. You know, you kind of think your movements out. That's all I can tell you. Is like, if you know you got to go on that side of town, you go, how many things do I need to do over there? Because I know it's going to be hard to go back again, because I'm going to have to come up with some more gas money. So before you drive around back and forth, you're going to do it maybe once or twice, or just once, and figure it out. Well, God bless you too, kid. And I want to say shout out to all you guys, Information Man and 65 and Stump Down, all you guys who are tuned in, and some who've asked questions, and some just enjoy looking at the girl. Hey. So anyway, I'm just chilling. It's a Friday night. It was my friend's Judd birthday party. Shout out to Judd Weiss. He's a beautiful person. I really love him. And him and his girlfriend had a great party, and I got to meet some new people. So that's always fun. And I changed my hair color. So yeah, I had to change my hair color. That red was starting to look a little crazy. Don't like looking too cray-cray. Thank you. And again, if you do want me to speak, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe, share my videos. And if you see something that you say, Shirley, can you do a video on that? Email me. Tell me what you want to see, what's going on in LA. I'll show you. I'm going to try to bring a perspective of business in a couple of weeks. I had started that series and kind of stopped. So I'm going to start that again, where I'm going to tell you to go play Cash Flow from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I want to talk about LLCs and S Corporation, OPMs, other people's money, opportunities to meet with people. I'll talk about kinetics and NLP, neurological programming. Most black people don't say, what the hell is all that? These are things that help you function and move within the system of America. For those who want to still work with white people, I say that because, you know, I've been dealing with the nation and all these Afrocentric people who are saying they want to exit out of the system, and I'm totally opposite. I'm not going to let them scare me out of the system. I deserve the right to be here, and I believe you have the right to be here, and I think you have the right to know the ways to capitalize off of the infrastructures of being here. And so in knowing that, you should be able to capitalize off of that, and then we should be able to communicate in a better way without beating each other up and calling each other's names. So that's crazy. Blacks don't want to exit. Blacks don't want to exit and say. It depends on what show you on. I was on a search for Yuri. They were beating me up talking about Black Nation. We need to have our own Black infrastructure, our own Black party. I said, well, you need to get your own Black money because you need money. I mean, we're going to print our own money up. I don't know all that stuff. I can't, where's the reality in that? You need money. It takes money, Like I said, there's no profit in the cure. Just keep people tied up through propaganda and governmental programs and extended programs and infrastructure of dependency. The more you have an infrastructure of dependency, the less the empowerment of the people. So if you're if you're in an infrastructure of dependency, you need to tell yourself, I got to get out of this. You're not a bad person. You're just in the system. We're all in the system in some way or another. So how do we break free is that we have a plan. All I'm asking you to do with me, let's plan together. Let's have a plan of action to execute a solution to the issues, not beat each other up. So anyway, good night, y'all. It's been 25, almost 30 minutes. That's about as long as I'm going. Thank you for the compliments and lots of love, and I appreciate you. Take care.